Having trouble deciding which OOP part to make Omegasys swallow in Mega Man Star Force 2 when the Legacy Collection drops in 2026? Not to worry. We are here to drop some pro tips and help you make an educated decision in a 3-part series covering each game. Today, we are tribing on with the Star Force 2 versions, Zerker, Ninja, and Saurian. Which one reigns supreme? Let's find out as these ancient tribes go to war. Ugh, stupid encounter rate. On November 22nd, 2007 in Japan and June 24th, 2008 in the US, Mega Man Star Force 2 emerged from the land of Mu and onto the Nintendo DS with another whopping 3 versions, Zerker, Ninja, and Saurian. Just kidding. It may look as if Capcom had plans to do the 3 version thing like they did with the first game, but in the end, they must have changed their mind because we actually only got 2 games, Zerker Cross Saurian and Zerker Cross Ninja. That's right, the real choice comes down to your preference for ninjas or dinosaurs. Too bad pirates isn't also a choice, although that did almost happen. Anyway, Capcom was nice enough to bundle the Zerker version to both SKUs, meaning no matter what, you essentially got 2 games for the price of 1, each version acting as a separate save slot. What a deal! Coincidentally, Zerker is the first tribe that Mega Man obtains and uses for 99% of the anime too, which tells us that Zerker is likely intended to be the canon version as far as the plot goes, but ultimately there is no major story differences between the versions. In truth, Star Force 2 has even less version differences than its predecessor. For example, there is no version exclusive bosses to worry about this time around. It merely comes down to your preferred Mega Man transformations and Giga class battle cards. Oh, and I guess your favorite color for the endgame menus and such. Perhaps that's the only part that matters. So let's go ahead and address the neck is too longadon in the room. Which tribe is the superior choice? Honestly, all 3 of them have a cool ability that makes them worth using. It's not super clear cut like last time. In Star Force 2, your playstyle and card folder does play a bigger factor in things. But if I had to choose the most powerful option, at least for beginners, Zerker is great because it's the only tribe that gets the side select ability, a huge boon for utilizing more battle cards per turn, and probably the reason Capcom made sure to give Ninja and Saurian players access to a Zerker auto brother. More on that later. The paralyzing charge shot is always nifty, and its train combo card charging opens the door for some bonkers damage potential with the right card combination. Fused together with Saurian and you get the super armor ability, so nothing can knock you out of the tax. And you can cheese out some S rank victories that way, because you don't lose busting levels from taking damage with super armor. But I digress. The real answer is, it literally doesn't matter. Introducing the Wave Command cards. By entering the Mega menu and pressing select, you could input a sequence of 6 stars on the touchscreen and activate a variety of effects, similar to the patch cards in the Battle Network series. Chief among the effects is the ability to start each battle as whichever tribe you wish. You can even be that jerk and start the battle as Tribe King, the ultra powerful culmination of all 3 tribes. Back at the time of release, you could buy a book called the Wave Command Card Kit at retailers. I bought mine at GameStop. That book, and its Japanese equivalent, was the official method of discovering the Wave Command codes in which order to input them. Although nowadays it's much easier to look them up on the Rockman EXE Zone wiki or GameFAQs. Link in the description. Unfortunately, everything I just said does not apply to European players, because the Wave Command cards were cut from their version. Sorry Europeans. But never fear, the Legacy Collection is coming to save the day, because not only does the Legacy Collection have the Wave Command cards, but they are now infinitely more user-friendly by presenting the cards through a list menu, that is officially known as the bonus cards, just like the patch cards menu from the Battle Network Legacy Collection. So, you'll be able to simply select and activate whichever tribe you want on the fly. Epic! I haven't even touched on the coolest mechanic introduced in Star Wars 2, Double Tribon. If you couldn't tell from the Tribe King mention, you can fuse the tribe transformations together to stack their abilities and make Mega Man even stronger. That's right, you can have all of the benefits, further eliminating the need to choose a favorite tribe. In order to initiate a double tribe, you will once again require forming a brother band with other players. If you have a brother with a different tribe, you can use their brother cards to activate a double or triple tribe instead of their card roulette. You see, in the Star Force series, your friends are your power. But in case you have no friends that play Mega Man, don't worry, I've been there. The game does throw you a bone by supplying an in-game auto brother, who grants you access to the opposite version tribe contained on the cartridge. So if you chose Ninja, now you can double try with Zerker and so on. Furthermore, there were once event brothers such as the original classic Mega Man himself, who granted the third tribe your version is missing in order to achieve Tribe King organically. We have a good hunch that first Mega Man and Legendary Master Shin will return as event brothers in the Legacy Collection as well. And for the haters out there who reject the power of friendship, don't feel completely left out. There's something for you lone wolves too. In short, more than any other game in the series, you can generally roll with the rule of cool and choose your version based on aesthetics or perhaps more importantly, the Giga class card lineup. Although, basing your decision around the Giga cards is also somewhat a moot point for reasons that we'll cover in a few moments. Well, there is one small mechanic to keep in mind. If you start the battle as base Mega Man, or if you ever lose your transformation, if you use a brother card to tribe on again, you will always go into your own version's tribe first, no matter what. If you are in Mega Man's base form in the Zerker version, and attempt to tribe on with a ninja brother, you will still go into Zerker instead. So that is one scenario where the version choice does matter, in the rare cases that you find yourself reverting back to base Mega Man. Otherwise, pick the coolest looking tribe without hesitation and go buck wild. Alright, that was the short answer. Now here comes the nuance. Let's get the version exclusive Giga class cards out of the way first. Because let's be honest, most of this video is going to be spent on the tribe on transformations. The Giga class cards this time around are 80% boss attack cards. A few returning from Star Force 1 and most of the others featuring the new Star Force 2 bosses. The other 20% consists of stat boosters and other interesting attacks. Again, I won't explain them in detail, but we will show a quick demo as I call them out. For Zerker, we got Gemini Thunder, Rogue Break, Millikick, Avalanche, and making a return appearance, everybody's favorite, Program Advance, Poison Pharaoh. For Saurian, there is Ox Tackle, MT Magic, Normal plus 50, Break Time Bomb, and Phantom Slash. Lastly, for Ninja, there is Gorgon Eye, Torrential Wave, Buster Max, not to be confused with the modes in the Legacy collections, Darkness Hole, and Flying Impact. Now here is the part where I have to be honest. You can still use any of the Giga class cards I just mentioned in any version of the game. Yeah, you couldn't do that in Star Force 1, and it's all thanks to another aspect of the Wave Command card system, the blank cards. You can acquire 10 blank cards throughout the story, and they serve as additional cards on top of the 30 in your folder. Stats can be overwritten with any card in the game by inputting their respective wave command password, the process of which will likely be simplified in the Legacy Collection too. This way, you can use Giga class cards from outside of your version, or even some otherwise unobtainable cards such as the Satellite Admin cards from Star Force 1. Oh yeah, they're back and stronger than ever. So much so in fact that Capcom just straight up banned all of the Satellite Admin GX cards from their official tournaments in Japan. Now that's funny. Not that I blame them. Have you seen what a Tribe King boosted Leo Kingdom GX can do? Ooh boy, talk about getting roasted into oblivion. But I'm getting off topic. Did I even mention that Mega and Giga class blank cards ignore the duplicate card restrictions in folder building too? Yup! Blank cards are pretty broken. And, the point being, they further negate the uniqueness of each version. So, have fun with that nugget of knowledge. Without further ado then, let's take a closer look at the individual Tri-Bond transformations. A couple chapters into the story, in a big oopsie moment, our alien pal Omegasis ends up swallowing an out-of-place artifact, or oop part for short. Either a sword, a dinosaur rock, or a ninja star. Eventually, Mega Man manages to harness the power of the oop part, allowing him to Tri-Bond into Zerker, Saurian, or Ninja depending on your version. When activated, each tribe will grant Mega Man various abilities. Yep, every single form gets passives now, which is already a step up from the Star Forces, including the ability to charge battle cards with the A button, and imbue them with one of 3 different effects depending on your base tribe. Mega Man's element changes accordingly. He gains a corresponding elemental charge shot, and when countering an enemy, there is a chance of acquiring a Link Force Big Bang attack, or LFB for short, instead of the usual bonus card from the folder. Like Star Force Big Bangs before it, Link Force Big Bangs cannot be part of a screen dimming cut-in. However, a new mechanic in Star Force 2 is that LFBs can be used as a cut-in within a PvP match by tapping the Brother Force icon on the custom screen, at the cost of reverting Mega Man back to his base form. Otherwise, there is no time limit on tribes, and Mega Man can only lose the form if he is struck by its elemental weakness. Lastly, unlike in Star Force 1, Mega Man can start every battle in a tribe form if you equip the corresponding ability, or use a wave command card. We'll kick off our breakdown with the Elect Element tribe, Thunder Zerker, whose strength lies in setting up and chaining combos as relentless as a proud warrior. This tribe possesses the Thunder Slash Charge Shot, or Charge Sword Strike, that sends a shockwave down the row in front, dealing elect damage equal to 10 times your Mega Buster's attack stat, 50 damage at attack level 5. Thunder Slash also paralyzes the target for a short time. By holding A, you can charge a string of non-dimming standard cards together in what's called a train combo. Upon release, all the cards will be used one after the other in a continuous combo. None of the cards will cause flashing either, even if they normally would. As for passive abilities, Thunder Zerker grants the ever-important ability to side-select cards on the custom screen, and a plus 20 attack boost to elect element cards. Thunder Zerker's Link Force Big Bang is Thunderbolt Blade. Mega Man raises his sword and rushes in front of the enemy before slashing the 3x3 panels in front of him 3 times for 100 elect damage each, a grand total of 300 damage. The first 2 hits also count as sword damage. Funnily enough, Thunderbolt Blade does not paralyze, even though you might think it should. At least if your brain has been rotted by Star Force 3's Gemini noise like mine is. But nope, not in Star Force 2. It just causes flashing instead. Next up, the Fire Element Tribe, Fire Saurian. Who stomps out the opposition through the ferocious power and endurance of a dinosaur. It possesses the Dino Cannon Charge Shot that launches a cannon forward. When a target is struck, the explosion spreads to the road directly behind it in a T pattern, dealing fire damage equal to 10 times your buster attack plus 20 damage, for a total of 70 damage at attack level 5. By holding A, you can charge a single non-dimming standard card. The charged card will receive an attack power boost depending on its element, plus 50 for fire cards, plus 20 for elect cards, plus 10 for aqua and wood cards, or plus 20 for normal cards. Fire Saurian's passive abilities include a plus 30 attack boost to fire element cards, and super armor that prevents Mega Man from getting flinched and losing busting level from taking damage. Fire Saurian's Link Force Big Bang is Genocide Blazer. Mega Man hoses down the entire field with a flame blast that deals 330 fire damage. The last of the main three is the Wood Element Tribe, Wood Ninja. Who excels at catching opponents off guard and sneaking past their defenses with its tricky ninja techniques. It possesses the Shinobi Star Charge Shot, a fast attack that strikes the enemy in front 3 times. Each Shinobi Star deals sword damage equal to 5 times your buster attack. Assuming all hits connect, that is 75 damage at attack level 5. By holding A, you can charge a single non-dimming standard card. The charged card will auto-lock on to the enemy and pierce their invisible frames. Wood Ninja's passive abilities include a plus 20 attack boost to wood element cards and body double. By pressing up and the shield button together at the right moment, instead of taking damage, Mega Man will counter with a locked on wide sword instead. It's basically a Fox Fu battle card that you can use anytime. Also, because Ninja has wood body, Mega Man will regenerate HP while standing on grass panels, and this will obviously apply to every tribe that has a wood body. Wood Ninja's Link Force Big Bang is known as Demon Flurry. Mega Man shadow clone jutsus into 3 bodies, then rains down a flurry of Shinobi Stars that hits the back 3x3 area 2 times for 100 wood and sword damage each. A total of 200 damage, which doesn't make it the strongest, but it does pierce invisible frames. Now you may be wondering about the significance of Ninja having access to sword attacks. Sword is a secondary element that certain enemies can be weak to, especially the Gravity family of viruses, who can normally only be damaged by sword attacks, making Ninja one of the only tribes that can damage these annoying black holes on its own. Well, outside of Zerker's Link Force Big Bang anyway. We're not done yet, because through the power of friendship, aka brother bands, Mega Man can fuse together other tribes to form a double tribe. These doubled up tribes stack the passive abilities of the 2 tribes used. Mega Man's elemental body and charge shot is overwritten by the new tribe, and he can perform a powered up combination Link Force Big Bang. However, his card charging ability remains the same as the base tribe. I will not be repeating myself about the overlapping abilities of the double tribes, but I will explain the combination Link Force Big Bangs as they come up. The Elect Element Double Tribe, Ninja Zerker. It possesses the Thunder Slash Charge Shot, Ninja's Card Charging, Body Double, Side Select, Wood plus 20, and Elect plus 20. Ninja Zerker's Link Force Big Bang is Elemental Blade. Mega Man rushes in front of the enemy, slashes the forward 3x3 area twice before kicking up a multi-hitting Leaf Tornado. In all, that's 6 hits for 55 damage per hit, 330 damage in total. The first 2 attacks count for elect and sword damage, Meanwhile, the 4 hits from the Leaf Tornado count for wood damage. The Fire Element Double Tribe, Ninja Saurian. It possesses the Dino Cannon Charge Shot, Ninja's Car Charging, Body Double, Super Armor, Wood plus 20, and Fire plus 30. Ninja Saurian's Link Force Big Bang is Enma Gale Garrison. Mega Man uses Double Team, and it's super effective as the clones rain down a flurry of Shinobi Stars that hit the back 3x3 area twice for 150 damage per hit. One hit counts as wood and the other fire. That's 300 damage total that also pierces Invis. The Wood Element Double Tribe, Zerker Ninja. It possesses the Shinobi Star Charge Shot, Train Combo Car Charging, Side Select, Body Double, Elect plus 20, and Wood plus 20. Since it's made up of the same 2 tribes, Zerker Ninja's Link Force Big Bang is Elemental Blade. The Fire Element Double Tribe, Zerker Saurian. It possesses the Dino Cannon Charge Shot, Train Combo Car Charging, Side Select, Super Armor, Elect plus 20, and Fire plus 30. Zerker Saurian's Link Force Big Bang is Vanishing Blazer. Mega Man hoses down the entire field with 2 combined elemental blasts that hit 2 times for 180 damage per hit. One hit counts as Elect and the other fire. 360 damage in total. The Elect Element Double Tribe, Saurian Zerker. It possesses the Thunder Slash Charge Shot, Saurian's Car Charging, Super Armor, Side Select, Fire plus 30, and Elect plus 20. Once again, Saurian Zerker still uses the Vanishing Blazer LFB. Finally, the Wood Element Double Tribe, Saurian Ninja. It possesses the Shinobi Star Charge Shot, Saurian's Car Charging, Super Armor, Body Double, Fire plus 30, and Wood plus 20. Saurian Ninja's LFB is still Enma Gale Garrison. All that's left is to go triple. By their powers combined, Mega Man is the Tribe King. This all-powerful triple tribe form stacks the passive abilities from all 3 tribes. Specifically, Super Armor, Side Select, Body Double, Fire plus 30, Elect plus 20, and Wood plus 20. That's not all. Tribe King also doubles the attack power of every one of your battle cards, which the elemental bonuses then adds on top of. Absolute insanity. That alone makes this the most powerful Mega Man form possibly of the entire RPG series. As for its card charging ability, that's going to be the same as the first tribe that you started the chain with. It carries all the way through. So if your base tribe was Zerker, you have the train combo, and so on. Tribe King's charge shot is Overslash. With a swipe of his giant sword, Mega Man unleashes 3 sword waves down the 3x3 columns in front, hitting 3 times for Elect, Wood, and Fire damage in that order. The attack does count as sword element too. Each wave deals equal to 5 times your buster attack plus 25 damage, a grand total of 150 damage at attack level 5. Phew! Finally, Tribe King's Link Force Big Bang is Kaiser Delta Breaker. By the power of the 3 tribes, Mega Man sends a massive wave of energy triangles down the 3x3 columns in front, hitting 9 times for 50 Elect, Wood, and Fire damage, for a grand total of 450 damage. Maybe more considering the 3 elemental weaknesses the attack exploits. Not to mention, if you're playing PvP, the charge shot and the LFB is going to result in a guaranteed D tribe on your opponent if they happen to be in a standard or double tribe. As you can see, Tribe King is an unstoppable force with no weaknesses. Well, except for one. Being massively overpowered takes a toll on Mega Man, so he can only stay in the form for 3 turns. Once those are up, it's a long way down from the throne as Mega Man reverts all the way back to his base form. So, if you ever encounter an Auto Tribe King user in PvP, just remember, if you can survive 3 turns, there may be light at the end of the tunnel after all. Phew! That finally covers it all. So, in conclusion... how could I forget the Owl the Edge forms? Introducing Mega Man Rogue. Kinda sorta Star Force's answer to Dark Soul Mega Man in the Battle Network series. Kinda. This is an exclusive Tribon for those who reject the power of friendship, aka Link power. Much like Mega Man's rival, Rogue. It's in the name. Should you choose to collect all 6 indie fragments scattered around the world and use them to delete all of your real brother bands, or honestly, just use the Wave Command card that lets you skip all of those steps, you will achieve the solo form known as Mega Man Rogue. Since the point of this Tribon is to cosplay as Rogue, you're going to see both benefits and restrictions that align with his principles. First, no Mega Class cards allowed. They will just poof away when you try to use them. Yeah, we don't need help from others, we can fight our own battles. Also, no Double Tribes and no Tribe King either. And especially no Link Force Big Bangs from counters, because Link power sucks. Instead, when Mega Man Rogue counters, he will get bonus cards from the folder just like base Mega Man does. That said, there are 2 ways to use Indie Force Big Bangs as it's called while using Mega Man Rogue. In single player, you can use one of the Tribe Attack cards obtained via the Wave Command system to see what they look like. And purple is my favorite color. And in PvP, you can tap the Indie Proof icon on the bottom screen to cut in with an Indie Force Big Bang, at the cost of losing your form. Actually, that's the only way you can lose your form. But sheesh, ain't that a lot of downsides? What could possibly make Mega Man Rogue worth using then? Honestly, not much, but there's a few unique abilities. First of all, no elemental weakness, so it's impossible to lose your form under normal circumstances. You get the main abilities of your version's tribe, so this is a real moment where your version choice does matter, since Mega Man Rogue will take on the appearance and abilities of your version's tribe. Then there are the Rogue exclusive abilities. EM Barrier, sometimes referred to as the Moo Barrier, which auto-blocks one attack at return. In PvP matches, opponents will find it harder to lock on to you as their lock-on will break after a brief moment. And you get a plus 50 attack bonus to sword cards. Although sword cards don't necessarily rule the metagame like they tend to in Star Force 3, so while the bonus is nice, it's not as strong in Star Force 2. Anyway, let's do a brief intro and Indie Force Big Bang demonstration of the 3 Rogue tribes, and then we'll come back to my thoughts. In conclusion, I ain't gonna lie to you, Chief. Mega Man Rogue may have an awesome color palette that's just like my ShadowRock OC. Seriously, just look at them, aren't they a beauty? But sadly in practice, Mega Man Rogue is not the best. EM Barrier and Sword Card boosts are neat and all on paper, but Rogue's Achilles heel is actually its main philosophy. You get absolutely no Link power besides what the in-game brothers provide, which is usually 400 at max. That's not a ton, and you need Link power to equip abilities like HP boosts, status guards, and all sorts of useful stuff that Rogue simply won't have room for. Not to mention, no access to Tribe King and the Mega Class cards hurts a lot. So in the end, the disadvantages heavily outweigh the advantages with Mega Man Rogue. This certainly ain't no Rogue noise. Perhaps this was a legitimate option back in the day for people with no Wi-Fi connection, and now with the DS server shut down. But once the Legacy Collection drops and makes Brother Bands possible again in an official capacity, I would not recommend using Mega Man Rogue seriously in Star Force 2. It turns out, Link power trumps solo power after all. That about wraps up all of the version exclusive information you need to know to decide which Mega Man Star Force 2 version to play. Which really, because of the existence of the Wave Command Card system, there aren't many true exclusives that matter between the three. Star Force 2 do be weird like that, and that's why this is the game to roll with the rule of cool on. I guess I could have made this video 2 minutes long and left it at that, but you know me, I like to be thorough. And that's how this video became twice as long as the Star Force 1 video because of those dang tribe forms. Oh, don't worry though, because next time we're making some noise as we cover the version exclusives in Mega Man Star Force 3, tackle the age-old Black Ace versus Red Joker debate, and I hope you liked all the forms in this video because there's even more in the next game. We're talking hundreds of forms, so I'm going to have to approach that video a bit differently. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and auto lock on to ShadowRockZX for more on Mega Man Star Force, including the Legacy Collection and all things Mega Man. Rock on, and have yourself a wonderful time zone.